The Marvel Cinematic Universe is easily the most rapidly expanding film franchise in history, and as Marvel Studios heads into its fourth phase, they're preparing to dive into their first television series, adding another layer to their enormous catalogue of titles and making it even harder for casuals to catch up or dive into the franchise for the first time. While some movies may require a great knowledge of all 20 plus MCU films to fully appreciate or understand, others only call for knowledge of a small handful of films. One such property is the upcoming Disney Plus series, WandaVision. Ahead of its release, here's a quick guide to the select MCU films you'll need to watch to get a complete overview of the saga of the Vision and the Scarlet Witch so far. As a small end note, I will try to keep this one as spoiler-free as possible for first-time viewers, and will make sure to mask all major spoilers. However, be warned, I will be tracing key plot points and story arcs here. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does wonders in getting my content out there. Or should I say, it does wonders in getting my content out there. Also, let me know in the comments below if you are excited for WandaVision. Let's get into this. Firstly, you'll probably want to start with Avengers Age of Ultron, the film that introduced both characters into the MCU. The film covers not only the origin of Wanda Maximoff, but also her initiation into the Avengers superhero team. It also sees the creation of the Vision by the Avengers, who take a synthetic body created by supervillain Ultron as his perfect form, and infuse it with Tony Stark's Jarvis AI interface. Next up is Captain America Civil War. Wanda actually has an enormous role to play in this one, as she's front and center in a catastrophic incident that acts as the final straw in a series of events which lead the United Nations to introduce a set of sanctions aimed at regulating superhuman activities. The introduction of the Sokovia Accords sparks a civil war between the Avengers, with each team member forced to choose a side. Anti-Accords Team Stark or Pro-Accords Team Rogers. While Wanda chooses to fight for Team Rogers, the Vision remains an impartial member. The film also delves into the blossoming relationship between Vision and Wanda for the first time, providing important setup for the WandaVision series. Then Avengers Infinity War comes into play, and though Wanda and Vision's roles are small in this one, it still holds some incredibly important narrative threads, not only further exploring the relationship between the two characters now fully blossomed, but also further developing Wanda's ever-growing powers. The film's finale also provides a setup for the WandaVision series, which will finally answer open-ended questions as to the fate of the characters after the film. Avengers Endgame can essentially be seen as the second part of the Infinity War story arc, and though Wanda only appears in this very briefly, it's an important film to understand the state of the MCU timeline at the moment that WandaVision begins. As mentioned, this is an incredibly easy show to prep for and only requires an understanding of these 4 key films, shown here in their chronological order. Watching these films specifically streamlines the saga of the Vision and the Scarlet Witch, exploring their history, relationship, and burgeoning powers. If you'd like to dive a little deeper, there are a few optional viewing choices as well. You could delve into the first 3 Iron Man films as well as the first Avengers, as these will give you an even further backstory and understanding of the Vision's previous life as Jarvis, though this is set up quite well in Age of Ultron. Additionally, Captain Marvel provides the setup for the character Monica Rambeau. As this film is set in the 1990s, Rambeau appears as a child. However, the adult version of the character, portrayed by Teyonah Parris, will debut in WandaVision, and is said to have an incredibly crucial role. Likewise, Ant-Man and the Wasp provides a setup for former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent come FBI agent Jimmy Woo. In the film, he's seen as Scott Lang's parole officer, though only briefly. He'll appear in a more substantial role, portrayed again by Randall Park, in the WandaVision series. Another character being reintroduced into the MCU in WandaVision is Darcy Lewis from the first 2 Thor movies. Darcy was previously seen as as the intern and assistant of scientists Eric Selvig and Jane Foster, though due to the spacebound nature of the third Thor, Ragnarok, did not reappear. Once again portrayed by Kat Dennings, it's believed that Darcy will be seen in WandaVision as an agent of S.W.O.R.D., the replacement of the now-defunct S.H.I.E.L.D. agency. Perhaps the most important of the optional movies, however, is Doctor Strange. This film made bounds in introducing the idea of the multiverse into the MCU, exploring various universes, planes of existence, and realities. Similarly, microscopic quantum realms are explored in Ant-Man and the Wasp and Endgame, where they're utilized to enable time travel. It's said that WandaVision will absolutely burst the MCU multiverse wide open, which will likely be an incredibly important element throughout Phase 4. At that, WandaVision is set to link directly into the Doctor Strange sequel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which will also feature Wanda, possibly leaving open the possibility of a Doctor Strange cameo in WandaVision. While I'm sure that WandaVision will provide enough of a setup for the multiverse, if you want a little extra background, check out Doctor Strange for sure. Here's a look at the chronological order of a more expanded WandaVision timeline for your viewing ease. Whether you choose this more expansive route or just pick the essentials, you should now be all set to check out WandaVision. If this all seems a little bit too much, alternatively, Disney Plus will launch series Marvel Legends on Friday, January 8th. A press release from Disney describes this as a new series that will showcase individual characters viewers have come to know and love over the years and revisit some of their most iconic moments. Revisit the epic heroes, villains, and moments from across the MCU in preparation for the highly anticipated stories still to come. Each dynamic segment feeds directly into the upcoming series premiere on Disney Plus, setting the stage for future events. Marvel Studios' Legends weaves together the many threads that constitute the unparalleled Marvel Cinematic Universe. It kicks off by highlighting Wanda Maximoff and Vision, the two stars of WandaVision, and their interconnected path across the MCU that led them both here. WandaVision debuts on Disney Plus on January 15, 2021. And at that, I'm throwing it over to you. I want to know, what MCU films are you binging in the lead up to WandaVision? Just the essentials or the optionals as well? Fire away down in the comments below and let me know. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content, and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.